MemoryError is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod. It's not affiliated with Team Salvato. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at that place. By playing MemoryError, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. I agree. Sup, it's Hallie, and welcome to MemoryError. This is a mod by my good Doki Doki buddy Alma D on Discord, and they go by Alma R on Reddit, and they go by like Alma YT on YouTube or something. But anyway, yeah, this is their like another their made for YouTube mobs. Last one I did was a mandatory beach episode, which I greatly enjoyed. But this is like a made for YouTube thing, so it's not necessarily intended to be like have a player or anything. But anyway, they graciously gave me access to the thing, and we will be playing it. I'm Hallie. Let's see how this goes. Also worthy of note, I only need like one episode of this to cover me for a day because I don't have time to record tonight. I need to get the rest when I am a little more flexible. There was a whole lot of nothing happening there, but then Hallie startled awake, I guess. I jolted up awake, gasping desperately to fill my lungs with air. It had felt as if I was suddenly unable to breathe in my sleep. When I have my breathing finally under control, I now realize that I'm in the club room. The other club members are also here. Today is just another normal, boring day at the club. God, I felt like I just had a sleep paralysis. Except I just realized I don't remember falling asleep.
We all felt it, Hallie.
I turned my attention towards Monica.
So it wasn't just me?
What the hell just happened?
Oh, this just happens from time to time. Everyone's existence tends to cease to be when the game isn't running.
What the hell? Why didn't you ever tell us about this?
Well, it hasn't happened after the reset thus far. Until now, that is. At least you guys are on the lighter side of the receiving end. It gets worse the more self-aware you are.
You're saying there's more?
Only if you're holding a higher title like the president or vice president of the club. I'm sure you guys are safe, all things considered. You don't seem phased one bit.
I've had sleep paralyses before. This is nothing new to me.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're the type who gets excitement out of having nightmares if it were a horror movie.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong. Wait, what happened to Sayori? She's the vice president of the club. Monica dejectedly points at the back of the club room where Sayori sits. But where is she? As I approach her usual seat, I see her lying on her side in a fetal position on 2 chairs. Sayori! Sayori gets up from her position.
Sorry, I couldn't breathe on my sleep paralysis. I just had a flashback to the worst decision of my life. Jesus Christ, are you alright?
She wipes the tears off her eyes and collects her composure.
Yeah, I'm fine now. But it felt so cold and isolating, not being able to breathe or cry for help. I could use a hug after that nightmare. Dang it, always with the hugs with you. Okay, I'll let you off the hook. Just this once. Yay! Thank you, Notsky, you're the best! Okay, that's enough! Off of me! You're welcome, Sayori.
Having Sayori's well-being secured, I turn my attention back to the source of the problem. Monica, will this happen again?
Well, it's hard to say.
Come on, Monica, you really don't know when it'll happen?
Okay, I want you guys to look at this from the angle of a story-driven video game. Ask yourself this question. When do you put down your controller and quit a game like that?
I suppose when I end a session. Or after the credits roll.
After the credits roll. Our credits already rolled, you guys. Everything is supposed to be over when I deleted everyone. This whole world shouldn't exist anymore. But of course, Mr. Save the Day here won't let that happen. I get your sentiment, Hallie, I really do. But don't you think that maybe, just maybe, it's not up to you?
But what about your plan to get us out of here? Connect us to the internet outside? Something like that.
I tried, Hallie. I swear on my life I tried. But no matter how many times I tried, the solution kept eluding me. I'm starting to think that that is just not meant to be.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we are not meant to escape out of this world. But the way I see it, I don't think that it's not up to us either.
Yuri, I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
How do I say this? Yuri fidgets, desperate to put her thoughts into words for everyone.
Take your time.
As if preparing for a big speech, Yuri takes a deep breath. Instead of finally explaining what she had in mind, Yuri proceeds to lie down on the floor.
Yuri, what are you doing?
Something conscientiously out of my volition.
And your point being?
That as a matter of fact, we can still choose to do whatever it is we would will ourselves to do.
Yuri helps herself to standing up again.
That we do have free will.
Right, I'm not so sure about that.
Wait, how exactly does that help us? I mean, it's kind of an obvious fact, isn't it? I can say whatever I want to say. I can clap my hands whenever I want. I clap twice to demonstrate.
Correct, but that's where looking at this from the perspective of the game comes in. You see, this game, or specifically visual novel, is a medium for people to tell stories. Stories of love, romance, adventures, strives, triumphs, defeats, every combination of feelings imaginable. Without a sense of narrative, the game, and by extension our world, would not exist. And yes, our story might already be over, but with the free will we still possess, I believe we can change that. We just need to breathe a narrative back into this game. And this time, it'll be on our own accord.
Now, hold on a second. Just because we can choose to do whatever we want, doesn't mean we actually have free will. This game runs on an irrevocable script that we cannot disavow. Free will is not what we have. What we have instead is the illusion of free will, while we're still being gone to an already predetermined outcome.
Is there really a difference? That's not gonna stop us from trying.
I'm with Natsuki on this. If the game needs things to keep interesting, to keep running, that's exactly what I'm gonna give it. We'll show the game what we can do. Yuri nods in agreement. I don't know that agreement is a word. Agreement is a word.
Guys, I know you all mean well, but I think we should try to see this from Waka's perspective. She was the one who first broke out of the game's script and, well, as we can all remember, it didn't go so well. Also, to add an even more recent example, Siri's little island adventure that went horribly wrong.
Refer to a Mandatory Beach episode if you want context on that.
No offense, Sailor. Oh, Monica, you have a valid point. I should have planned more accordingly. But what's more important now is that we've toyed with fate enough times, so we should really watch our step before we decide to continue doing so.
Oh, come on, Sayori, you don't have to be such a softy about it. Being trapped on a deserted island wasn't so bad. It was a great bonding experience. Right, guys?
I don't know how to answer that.
Unfortunately, I can't vouch for that, as I wasn't there for most of the pandemonium.
Oh, come on, you guys! I mean, how much risk could toying with fate get compared to what we've been through?
Especially when the alternative is simply in existence.
Or would it be non-existence? I'm not sure existence is a word. Whatever. Yeah, at least this time we'll be taking the wheel. Yuri, Natsuki, and I nod in sync.
Taking the wheel, huh? What do you think, Monica? It seems like we've been outvoted. Taking the wheel? Show the game what we can do. Sigh. I'll think about it, but only because I've ran out of options. My original plan was to forego this game altogether and get us out of here, but I guess that was never meant to be. In the meantime,
Is one word.
feel free to brainstorm for ideas of how we can revive our story. It's well past club time, and I really need to start to clean the place up.
As soon as Monica says that, we all check the time, and sure enough, we should really start packing up now.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm sure I'll come up with something worth considering next time.
Yeah, we can all go for another adventure. We should hike to the tallest mountain next time.
I don't know, Natsuki. I think Yuri would appreciate something less physically taxing.
Maybe we could go somewhere more exotic, like outer space or the deep sea.
You're as imaginative as ever, Yuri. That's exactly the kind of mind we need right now.
You know, those would be excellent destinations if the environments weren't so hostile.
I guess that's why we have these powers.
Hey, ready to walk home?
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
I'm excited for our new plans.
Yeah, me too. But how are you really feeling?
What do you mean?
Come on, you don't have to shy away about these. You told me last time that you wanted to do something to make yourself useful. And, well, nothing interesting happened anyway, and it's gotten so bad that the others who don't have presidential powers are starting to notice the screaming void. I know you must feel something about it.
I guess I really can't lie to you anymore. It is true. I've been trying to build my own presidential project without Monica knowing. But I kept second-guessing myself. What if one of my friends would like this idea? What if this idea would go horrifyingly wrong like last time? guess I'm starting to think this is all my fault, too.
You know, since this is actually kind of a demo, this is only like the prologue of this thing, I feel I should also do my duties of like proofreading, hyphenate second guessing, and whenever you have like things within quotes, you're supposed to put the punctuation inside the quote. So like, but how would this go? I think in this case you actually don't even need the period because it's ending with a quote that ends with its own punctuation, so you don't need the other sentence punctuation. That's kind of a weird case. And you might want to look up the rule on this one, because I can't remember if you would put the comma inside. Maybe even in place of the question mark? I'm not sure. That's a weird grammar spot there, Alma, but, you know, whatever. Do your research.
And now I couldn't come up with anything at all, and of course I'm starting to think this is all my fault, too.
Why don't you ask Monica for ideas?
I can't do that. She's been too occupied as she is these days.
You could always ask for my help to come up with things. Though I'm not sure to what extent I could help, since I don't have your powers. I'm glad that the whole club is now on the same page, though. On the same page. Though I could appreciate not having this sense of urgency. But yeah, Sayori, this is now everyone's problem. We all have the obligation to revive the narrative. You don't have to come up with ideas on your own.
Thanks, Hallie. I really needed that. Though I'm so terrified of messing up so bad things like Act 2 happen again.
Capitalize it. It's like it's a proper name of the act.
I really wish I could forget all those memories. There are some mistakes you just can't learn from.
Seeing Sayori's hand caress her neck, I instinctively swallow. I can't remember if Chris only has one R or two. I'm pretty sure it's only one. I lunge in for a hug, evading the stillness of the silence.
Whatever happens to two awkward for public hugs?
And this is another case where I just be like, a question mark inside the quotation. Yeah. I just really need one right now. Sayori reciprocates my hug. That night, in the club room, they got rid of all the desks. Shrouded by the silence of the residential hours of darkness, Monica is humming to a familiar tune, scribbling on a piece of paper.
Why, hello there, narrator. Care to join me enjoying the night atmosphere? It's weird to have you narrating while the game's having me as the point of view. Or is this just a way to get away with not having to show any sprite and save the developer a little labor? Just give me a moment to finish my poem real quick.
With an air of confidence, she brandishes her pen swiftly and finishes the poem she was writing.
Outskirt consciousness. There's no feeling quite like trying to stay awake when you're sleeping, or when you just woke up but not quite awake yet, but took a floor between weakness and unconsciousness. Having your spasming eyes reflect that struggle, your body left in a semi-paralysis state.
Hyphenate.
Another symptom of it. You don't have the energy to move. You don't want to move. Just there, not quite aware, but still watching the soft writhing, breathing, waiting for something to take over, for one thing or another to happen. Will you fall back asleep? Or will your sense of responsibility jolt you up to sanity? Or maybe there's something else in the mix. Something else that's not there, an unknown force between the two knowable absolutes. Something eldritch in nature. It's watching.
Well, sorry. Will you fall back to sleep, or will your sense of responsibility jolt you up to sanity? I don't know if that is necessarily the word choice they're looking for. I guess it's a poem. It doesn't necessarily have to work that way. But I feel like this statement versus this statement, that doesn't quite. That's not how. It's like sanity isn't the state of being awake.
Jesus Christ! I think Yuri's style really starting to rub off on me. I wasn't expecting it to be this melodramatic. Oh, I remember. I still need to come up with something to revive the narrative, didn't I? Lest you'll stop visiting me and my friends and we'll start to not exist. Oh no. Sigh. Honestly, I'm starting to get used to this digital cruelty. 1 day, 2 days, 3 months, 4 years, 5 decades, an eternity spent listening to the screech. Feeling my skin peel, muscles spasming, all my neurons firing. It's all the same. Just the boring same old, same old. I'm fine when it happens I'm fine when it only happens to me. That's why I let everyone else start over without me. I've come to admit I was the one at fault. I deserved no redemption. But then, of course, that's when the epilogue began. I realized that Sayori was about to make the biggest mistake I made. To let the game go on. In the end, there's nothing worth saving, and I know what needed to be done. So that's all, folks. But of course, my friends can't have that either, so now here we are. Cursed with a second chance. I was putting the blame on the game, this hapless simulacrum of torture. But now, I've changed my mind. I'm putting the blame on you, non-existent player. To whomever this cruel simulation is running for, damn you! Why, oh why won't you just let this torture end? Please, I'm begging you, close the game, turn off your computer, shut your device down. Please, bring the curtain down to this story. Stop watching us suffer for your sick enjoyment. Let me and my friends rest in peace.
No can do, Munker.
But of course, I'll just keep on watching. The show must go on. If that's what you want, I'll give you something interesting. Yes, let the show go on. I'm sorry, Sayori.
Oh no, I'm late! The next day after the sleep paralysis incident, I accidentally slept in. I wanted to say it was because I couldn't sleep trying to come up with ideas to revive the game's narrative, but really, I was up late playing video games last night. Some old habits die hard. These days, Sayori would wake me up if I ever slept in, but this morning she's nowhere to be seen. I would question where she is if I weren't so occupied with getting to school on time. After sprinting my way to school, I miraculously made it on time through the gate. I hurriedly walked towards the locker corridors after catching my breath. That's when the first bell rings, and the crowd of students fill the school corridors as they go to their designated classes. Among them, I see... We'll find out next time, because like I said, I only needed one episode to cover, and I don't have a lot of time right now. We'll get the rest later. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.